Hello, this is Rico, our post-apocalyptic sci-fi film, and it has just been accepted into the Sunderland Short Film Festival, and we are going to talk about it right now. My favorite parts were the silhouette shots, because they were the easiest to do and the best looking ones. I'm obsessed with silhouette shots. They're just in everything I do, to the point where I think some of my other course mates caught on and have started calling them the Gee shots. And especially the final shot, I went way more stylized than the others, like basically just flat colors on the character. It was really nice to just have the rendering, like having the shot actually look good. You know, you see like, oh, okay, this is actually coming together. It's actually looking as good as I hoped it would.
I think probably the main challenge we had was probably the scope of the whole project. From the start, when we were in previs and blocking, it was a lot longer than it was now, probably an extra minute or so. There was a whole kind of extended ending that we wanted to do, but eventually, as it kept kind of going along, we had to reduce the scope a little bit, just kind of keep refining it. And I think there was probably everything we cut out, we made. I think it was still the right choice. I think it's a good short film. It does what it needs to, but I think probably later down the line, maybe we'll work on a director's cut.
The hardest thing for me was compositing every single shot of the movie, which was 28. So it was time consuming, but I think we got it in the end.
I think after the first one, because I remember us having the most feedback and the early shots, when they're walking through and you got the first person one, it was I'm trying to remember, it was very distracting originally, and then after you did that, you had it nailed.
I was saying eventually you kind of figured out the look for the film, and once you had the look, there wasn't that much that could go wrong really in the composites.
So I found, for me, the course started out, or the lectures, a lot more very cinematography and camera focused than they were in the previous terms. And I think obviously we've been focusing a lot on animation, a lot on actual technical and the artistic side of things. I think it was good to come back to cinematography and kind of camera effects. So I think when you're just doing short animation exercises, it doesn't matter as much, but obviously when you're making a short film, it's so much of it is based on cinematography and the camera movement. So I really appreciated being able to go to those lectures and get a bit more insight into how it's done.
I think with me it's more of having the ability to experiment, because a lot of our course was very much focused on animation, and I kind of figured out over it I preferred doing a lot more of the modeling. And when this came up, we had the opportunity to do what we wanted, and it wasn't just that you have to do animation for everything. And that ability and allowance to experiment.
For me, the course, because I'm in the visual effects course, you guys are all in animation, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for me it was a bit different, yeah. So for me it was a bit different, because in the first few years of the course was, you were learning a lot of different programs. But then I found out that actually compositing was I was the best at. So that's why I opted to do, hopefully as a career. And also, when it comes to this group work, communication was key. Without the communication of everyone in the group, talking to each other every day, I don't think we would even be able to get anything close to this kind of the standard that we got to. So that would be for me. Yeah.
I was always hoping, we'd get accepted. I was always aiming for something like that, and so I was so happy to find out that it actually worked out, that we actually did. I remember the first time that I rendered out the main character Rico with the line art and made a render. I couldn't believe how good it looked. I sent it into the group chat. I was like, guys, look at this.
And we all just started gushing at it, oh my God, this is going to be amazing.
It was that shot, exactly that shot. And I was hoping it would look good, but that was the moment I realized, oh man, we are onto something.